Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, coming back at you with another video. Today, I'm bringing around my boy
Rosario,
the number one, the only. So basically, today's video is going to be called "How to Study for the ASVAB."
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's
important, critical.
Very, very critical. So my score wasn't amazing. I didn't study for the ASVAB. I studied for the OAR, which is the Officer's Aptitude Reasoning Test that the Navy gives for their Navy officers. Rosario is a recruiter. He used to be a recruiter. Now he's at OCS, about to be an officer. He's about to officer it up with all of us out here. That's why he's here. He's pretty much going to carry this video. I figure, why not bring in an expert? I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. So yeah. So basically, I'm just going to give my quick experience on the ASVAB. ASVAB, you don't take it. You can take it at MEPS, or you can take it at a station. Correct me if I say anything wrong. Correct me. I went to a college and took it, but I know a lot of people that also did take it at MEPS. You take a pre-test with the recruiter at the recruiter's office, and the ASVAB has like math, reading comprehension, and some science on it. It's all, for the most part, if you come in like out of high school, it's like basic knowledge, and if you review a little bit and some stuff online, it's basic knowledge too. But like I said, I went over some basic stuff, but this man's really gonna carry the video for you guys, so I'm going to drop it off to Rosario, and he's going to do it for you guys.
Easy stuff. So you want to be successful in the ASVAB. What is the first thing you do when you walk in a recruiting office? When you walk in, the recruiter typically is going to put you in a small room with a little laptop and is going to say, here, take this test. It's called the EAST. You probably already forgot what it was called. It's EST, stands for Enlisted Screening Test. It doesn't count for anything. It just shows the recruiter a measure of your cognitive skills. Specifically math and English. There's 2 math sections, 2 English sections. So it'll give them an aptitude area of where you're going to be on the test. So he'll get a good idea of what you'll possibly do on the ASVAB. So basically what happens, he puts you in that room. The test is about 30-40 minutes long, depending on your speed. It is timed. So you're going to feel rushed, which could affect your performance. Don't let it discourage you. Do your best. If you score less than a 30, you need to study big time. You score over a 30, the recruiter would typically send you to go test anyhow. So if you do well enough and you go through all the prerequisites and all is good, he'll schedule you for an ASVAB test. Like Kimber was saying, typically the ASVAB tests are conducted at a college that usually has an ROTC because there'll be a test proctor. Or it'll be at your nearest MEPS, because MEPS has their test proctors there 5 days a week. You'll go there and take it there. They no longer could do it at the recruiting station. That stopped some years ago, so you can't take it there anymore. You used to be able to back in the day. So once you go there, what to expect? What the heck is on the ASVAB? So usually the ASVAB will focus in about 9 aptitude areas. But really when it's concentrated, it's broken down into arithmetic, reasoning, English, it hits your vocabulary up, things like that. There'll be some natural science stuff in there. There'll be mechanical, electronic, and administrative aptitudes. Then there'll be some very general stuff in there too. It's just seeing what your strongest aptitude areas are. So what does this do for the recruiter? When your ASVAB scores come back, they'll see if you scored very well in a mechanical area, electronics, general, or administrative, or typically the main subpar areas. So what happens is you'll go there, he'll see that you have a high mechanical aptitude, he'll try to sell you on mechanical jobs, which right now is hot right now in all the branches. We're always looking for mechanics because if you're going for the Air Force, they need you for their aircraft, especially that they're bringing out 2 new birds this year. If you're going for the Army, we have a huge armor fleet that needs maintenance, a lot of motor pools in the Army. So there's reasons why we're always needing mechanics, usually because mechanics will do 4 to 6 years, and since they're so highly skilled from our schools, civilian companies will take them. So we have to constantly keep retention numbers high. So mechanic jobs are pretty popular when you talk to the recruiter. Administrative, if you want to write a desk job, then you definitely want to go do well in your administrative area. If you want to mess with electronics on aircraft or vehicles, that's another big one. So it's really up to you. So you can cater your studying to one of those areas so you can get a job that better matches your needs. That's definitely on you. So study resources. Where could I go to really hone my skills for the ASVAB? So really, the whole ASVAB is from 9th to 12th grade. Nothing will pass 12th grade. Like mathematics, you won't get really past Algebra 1, maybe a little bit of trigonometry. Same with English. You usually keep it below 12th grade level. So you really don't have to know much. You just have to remember some of the old stuff. And that's some of the challenges for the older guys that want to come into the military later. They forget some of those old skills. So freshen up on your math, freshen up on some of your grammar and vocabulary, and you should be good. So that's some of the issues we have with the older applicants. So keep that in mind. But the ASVAB really is not hard. A lot of people kind of psych themselves out. Do not overstudy. I usually used to tell my people, don't study about a day or two before. You got to let your mind rest. I used to get very excited applicants that wanted to really do well, and they overstudied and kind of psyched themselves out. So definitely don't do that. You just go in there and do the best. I went in there cold. I didn't study a lick and did very, very well. Kim Rosewell, he didn't really study at all. Went in there, did very, very well. Because it's stuff that you pretty much already know. Sometimes when you study too much, you second guess yourself. So you go in there and do the best you can. And too easy. So if you have any questions about the ASVAB test, feel free to give Kimbrough some questions, and we could probably do a follow-up video and give you some more specifics on the ASVAB. So that's been all about the ASVAB. That's kind of the nutshell about it. But of course, there's a lot of other tests that you can take at MEPS. Real quick, I'm just going to highlight those. You can take one called the EDPT, Electronic Data Processing Test. So if you want to do any type of computer jobs, they're going to make you take that test. There's no way to study for that test. It's either you know how to follow patterns and recognize patterns, or you don't. So it's really like a memory game. And the second test is called the DLPT, Defense Language Proficiency Test. That one is if you want to get into some type of language or linguist position. If you want to learn another language, so you can go to one of the Defense Language Institutes in one of the branches. So you got to do well on that. So you tell the recruiter what you want to do, and they can schedule you for those tests on top of the ASVAB. Usually you take them either both the same day or one at night and one in the morning throughout your MEPS processing. So a lot of details there. But if you have any specific questions, let Kimbrough know, and we can let you know, give you some better information, because knowledge is power. And at the end of the day, you don't want to go to the recruiter and feel like you're getting screwed. So, we got your back. We've been through the process. I've been through the process more than once.
He is a recruiter.
Yeah, and of course I'm a recruiter, so I know the game. So feel free to ask away, and we got your back, okay?
All right, just to throw one more little tiny tidbit in there, because my whole channel is basically focused around being an officer. You do need a 110 GT score to get into OCS to qualify. A lot of people have more. That's just the minimum. Actually, one of my friends has got a 113. So that's all that really matters. And I think...
And the highest score you can get on the ASVAB is a 99.
Yes.
0 to 99. So if you don't get 100, it's not because you missed any. It's because that's as high as it goes.
Yep. Like I said, I don't know if I said in the beginning of the video, my score wasn't even that high. So, sorry, you got anything you want to drop right quick?
That's pretty much it. We got your back. Let us know if you need anything. We're more than happy to help you guys out.
Yes. So I'm going to drop my Instagram, my Snapchat like usual, and then I'll drop my email if you guys want any questions or anything. You can hit me up on any three of those. People hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, comments, email every day. I answer questions every day. So anything specifically to Rosario, I will relay to him. And yeah, that's it. Kid Thunder 2, and we're out. Peace!